Is Joe Biden getting old? A provocative question to ponder, isn't it? Not just in the literal sense, but more in the context of his performance as the leader of the free world. The presidency, as we know, is a demanding job that requires sharp mental acuity, unwavering stamina, and a relentless drive. It's a role that calls for constant decision-making on matters as diverse as the economy, immigration, and crime. But what happens when the president is in his late 70s? Does age become an obstacle, or can experience negate its effects? So is age just a number, or is it affecting Biden's ability to serve as president? To answer this, let's first compare Biden's current performance with his past performance. Joseph Robinette Biden Jr., a name synonymous with American politics for over half a century, has had an illustrious career. He served as a U.S. Senator from Delaware for 36 years, and as Vice President under Obama for 8 years. During these times, he was noted for his handling of critical issues, such as the economy, immigration, crime, and voting laws. In the past, Biden was known as a pragmatist, someone who could bridge the gap between Democrats and Republicans to get things done. During his time as vice president, he played a key role in the economic recovery following the 2008 financial crisis, championing the Recovery Act that injected hundreds of billions of dollars into the economy. His efforts in immigration reform were also well regarded, with the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals (DACA) program being a notable achievement. Fast forward to today, as president, Biden has steered through the storm of the COVID pandemic, showing empathy and understanding towards the American people. However, critics argue that his handling of other pressing issues such as inflation, the economy, immigration, and crime has not been as effective. Some have raised concerns about his stance on voting laws and the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. In comparison to his past performance, it's clear that Biden's approach to these issues has evolved. His focus seems to have shifted from a more centrist stance to a more progressive one, with bold proposals like the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. Yet, critics argue that these changes may be more reflective of the times than of Biden himself. From his past roles to his current tenure as president, there's no denying that Biden's approach has changed. But does this mean he's getting old? Another way to gauge this is by comparing Biden with other presidents. Let's delve into this a bit more. When we consider presidents like Ronald Reagan or Donald Trump, they were also in their 70s during their presidency. Reagan, known for his charm and eloquence, faced criticism for his handling of the Iran-Contra affair and his administration's response to the AIDS crisis. Trump, a businessman-turned-politician, had a tumultuous presidency marked by a unique approach to handling international relations and domestic issues. Then there's Barack Obama, who was much younger when he took office. His presidency was marked by a focus on healthcare reform and navigating the fallout of the Great Recession. Despite facing numerous challenges, Obama's youth and energy were seen as assets that helped him tackle these issues. As for Biden, his presidency so far has been marked by his empathetic approach to handling the COVID-19 pandemic, but he has faced criticism for his handling of inflation, the economy, and immigration. His long political career gives him a wealth of experience to draw from, but some critics question whether his age may be affecting his performance. So what can we glean from these comparisons? Well, age doesn't necessarily dictate effectiveness in the role of president. Each leader had their strengths and weaknesses, their victories and their struggles, regardless of their age at the time of their presidency. However, it's also clear that the challenges faced by each president are unique and require different skills and approaches. Reagan, Trump, and Obama each had their own style of leadership and faced their own set of challenges. By comparing Biden with other presidents, we can see that each leader brings a unique approach to the role. But again, the question remains, is Biden's age a factor? So what have we learned? Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. We've dissected Biden's current performance as well as his past and compared him with other presidents. We've seen that his handling of the COVID pandemic has been effective and empathetic. However, there are concerns about his handling of key issues such as inflation, the economy, immigration, and crime. Some have also raised eyebrows at his stance on voting laws and the withdrawal of U.S. troops from Afghanistan. His performance in these areas has sparked a debate on whether age is impacting his ability to govern effectively. While we've compared Biden's performance with his past self and other presidents, it's important to remember that each presidency is unique, shaped by the individual's strengths, weaknesses, and the context of their term. In the end, whether or not Biden is getting old is a question that only time can truly answer. But one thing is certain, the presidency is a demanding job and each individual brings their unique strengths and weaknesses to the role.